Join the madness when the curtain falls. Risk it all, hold nothing back. Seize the day, we must attack. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding. Only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies. The champions of a world that we defy. A solar ray of the few who rise up high. And we all fight at the last Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we bring to fall the giants?
Okay, next match. Let's get another commentator in here. I'm gonna keep embroidery on because that's just what I do.
Okay. You
Why?
sure?
Why not? Yeah, you have a nice accent.
Okay, thank you.
Like Italian works pretty well with English, not so much with German. You know, from male Italians speaking German. But you said like I think this week that you speak a little bit Deutsch.
Nur ein bisschen.
Nur ein bisschen.
Yep.
Yeah, but accent-wise, it's not bad. Like it.
I think my German accent is actually worse, yeah. But
Yeah, that's because you are partially corrupted, infested by French.
Well,
to be fair,
No-
the local dialect in where I live is a lot closer to German.
Yeah,
if you'll excuse me for a second, I have to go AFK for a second. I'll be back soon.
we only have the boring stuff now, like
Okay.
wrecking the shit. But the World of Tanks manager isn't here. He left me stuff. I'm gonna throw in the
Oh, that's
dirty
good stuff.
the dirty Neat, who is the GSG manager. Also, we're gonna say hi to Kenny Cake for discovering the wiki page for this. Hi, Kenny Cake. Let's see, what is it in the paste bin? At the start, just use auto lineup. Don't remove any medals. Okay, we're gonna make sure.
Well, he didn't say which auto lineup you should use, so just use auto lineup by form.
No, we use auto lineup by ability because
No, but I wanted him to lose his gold medals.
that would require him at parts to have like subs for those, and meaty jungle still looks pretty okay. Wow, look at that bench. They have only one. What? These
It's a fucking
conditions.
good condition.
These conditions.
No mouse today makes me sad, but unless he's
in
specified that he
addition,
wants
if mouse is green or both, leave him in. Mouse is green, so
Yes.
mouse stays in. Probably because mouse is a little bit taller, or it's the meta.
A little bit. Have you seen that thing? It's a massive wall of steel.
Make Serbi. Yeah, also it's pretty fucking useless because it's like flat armor plates everywhere.
I think the minimum armor thickness is something like 120 millimeters, so
Yeah,
even if it's flat on from the side,
yeah.
you're gonna need a pretty decent gun to get through that.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, shortly after that, like, heat ammo became quickly available. And heat ammo
Well,
has
not
like
even
for
shortly after that.
yeah during the
Talking
war
about
even.
guns again.
Yeah, we're talking about like you know what heat ammo is?
Sort of.
It's an explosive that is shaped because people have found out that if you form explosives in a conical shape, like leaving a conical hole in it, it will cause the explosion to go in that direction and form like
You put some metal there, that melts, and you get a stream of molten metal that just goes
yeah,
Oh.
usually
through tank's
copper.
armor.
It's not doesn't go through the armor by heat, but by pressure alone, and so you have molten copper. It's usually copper, piercing the armor and in the fighting compartment spraying everywhere, like raising the temperature inside by a significant amount.
And if you've got really bad luck, it'll hit some of your ammo and just burn through the ammo casing,
Yeah, like
melt through.
1 or 2 ammo casings exploding, just fucking wrecks it. Like there has been an account of a ISU 152 where I think 2 shells only inside exploded, and there's like nothing from the field. There were pieces 100 meters away, huge fucking pieces. Like, and those
Russian
are just
tanks had that kind of issue more often, yeah, but especially with those kinds of heavy howitzers on board.
so.
It's what the main advantage of heat over just normal kinetic go fast pieces is that a heat round doesn't have to go fast; it just needs to get there, which makes it nice for. That's why bazookas and Panzerfaust and stuff use it.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
have
Can
the
guide it
same
missiles.
penetrations on the same distance because it only needs to get there. It hits, then the chemical reaction happens and it works. And kinetical penetrator is the closer it is, the better.
It needs to go fast. That's
Okay.
then it's got the kinetic energy while it's going fast, and it slows down.
You
at
know a
distance.
lot of this stuff. May I ask how come? Is that like?
I was in
Because-
the military, and Margot likes,
I'm a historical wargamer.
Alright, no, because it's surprising to see somebody who knows so much about this stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of fascinated by military and guns and weapons in general, but I'm not that into this stuff.
Just go to K, they'll teach you everything you need to know.
they will tell you to use 8mm codes. The new meme round. Yeah, there you have your positions.
Damn good for World of Tanks General. Grand strategy, I think they had decent conditions.
Yeah, looking at the backline of World of Tanks, there's surely something
Yeah,
that will
also
surely stop many attempts. I think.
oh yeah, I'm seeing it right now. Something very important. Fluid off.
Yes, that might help in.
All guns off for mass. But yeah, tank guns, and we have tank battles here. Basically there are, like in World War, there next to that you have ammo like high explosive, which you use against soft targets, which means humans.
Mhm.
And anything not
thought-
heavily armored enough to be a tank.
Yeah, so you have either your normal shot, which is just basically usually iron, steel, your normal full shot, or you have them that are half, like HEAP, like they penetrate and explode inside. You have heat, which we explained before, or you have some made from a heavier, more dense material like tungsten.
And then you get Sabo rounds.
Yeah, where you basically you can shoot them faster.
Now the thing is, it's a thinner dart with just like a stopper bit around it so that it fits in the barrel, and that stopper bit, the Sabo, just falls off as it clears the barrel. So you get a thinner projectile that goes faster, and so it pierces more armor.
I'm very silent right now because I'm listening and wow, all of this stuff. I actually wanted to get into the military, but then well,
Italian military. No.
At least they've still got aircraft carriers with working aircraft. They still use Harriers, Spanish as well.
Anything in the German military working.
You still got your tanks at least.
Can I? Yeah, that is your custom preset. You flip Japanese flip guy with a cute, neat sister. Like the GSG manager has the best sister in the world. Is everyone in position? Yes. In this one, everyone is in position. That's what he told me in the paste bin. I think he wants to start with custom, because he made this weird Machino line thing. Yeah, Machino line for white piece. So GSG wants to start on preset 3. So that's
The defense there. It looks pretty interesting with that midfield line. But there's always the issue that the enemy just uses airborne forces to go across. Then you've got very little in defense.
yeah, also at least they can't go over Belgium.
They could just fly their aircraft over and drop things on the other side. And before you say that World of Tanks and aircraft, they can't go together. The Russians built flying tanks.
Or you have the aluminum tanks in
The
Vietnam.
Americans did that shit
Yeah.
as well, airdroppable ones. But the Soviets actually built a tank and then they attached wings and everything to it, and it sort of flew.
Sort of. So that's it for GSG. Anything else? While I prepare the music, and then we go for the meme stuff, like the hype video, the hoop video. Not Total War. That's not. There is World of Tanks.
8 tanks started with a flying tank.
The goalkeeper. Oh, no. Now it makes sense. He
That's
talked
the one, yeah,
about
the goalkeeper.
Machino line and white piece, and I didn't realize he meant the goalkeepers. Yeah. That's it. That should be it.
So, time for hype vid.
Let's see, what stadiums will we use? The Colosseum? Nah, that's the Total War General Stadium. So we gonna end up on... What should we use? Lots and lots of good stadiums.
I don't know. Pick the random one.
Oh,
I just go generic. Or Coliseum would still work.
we gonna go random. Should we do that for ball 2?
Yeah, why not?
And strip works? Yeah.
I think that'll work. That'll really work.
Yeah, let's use the tomato kit for World of Tanks. And now I only have the hip video left, which I have to find and load and shit. Where is that French fag? There he is. And let's see, now we have to make everything work in OBS again. Thanks OBS. There it works. Play the hip video. Hip video done. That feel when you kill Cyclo. Relief. Good. We can go. France has once again been fucking killed. Oh god, kill me now. Dr. Boris G. 2015.
We're staying in theme.
Oh yeah, the CIA Memorial.
We're really staying in theme. Now let's find out what the ball is. In before La Bomba.
Yes! The fire rises! And there we go. World of Tanks General versus GSG.
And fuck that abomination of a ball. Literally worst possible result. The utmost heresy has arrived.
Thanks, Pess. Oh, that nice, from the vinyl skip in the anthem for World of Tanks. Changed the preset, it was preset 3, right. There we go. Like, there's a lot of times, so it's always good when managers remind me. Because in 14 you could have just say, don't have coach mode on for the starting team, so, oh, they're not starting, oh, I have to change presets. Then I think, remind us, it works nice.
Konami.
Thank you, Konami. First they do this shit,
Switch to EA.
then they fuck
Actually, we've got
over
a decent attack
Kojima.
here.
Oh, Kojak!
Yep.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, that was
Mouse
amazing
drives in the way.
setup! But Mouse drives into the way, slowly but surely.
Well, there's only like a small gap that he doesn't cover by parking sideways.
Again,
It's
it's
oh,
in.
Chuhan again! It's in!
Oh,
Mouse, please. That was Kojak? No, it was Chuhan.
Es braust ein Hufbeat Donnerhall, wie Schwert geklirrt und Wogenwall. Zum Rhein, zum deutschen Rhein. Wer will des Sturmes Hüter sein? Die Vaterland magst ruhig sein, die Vaterland magst ruhig sein. Es steht und soll die Wacht am Rhein. Es steht und soll die Wacht am Rhein. Durchs 100.000 zog es schnell und aller Augen blitzen hell. Der deutsche Peter kommt und stark, beschützt die heilige Landeswahl. Die Vaterland magst ruhig sein, die Vaterland magst ruhig sein. Es steht und soll
Going ahead in record speed, GSG.
looks like Prussian quality surpasses Slavic quantity so far.
Implying Slavs, implying quality.
I said quantity for them.
Quantity is a quality of its own.
It has a quality all its own. If you're gonna quote Stalin, at least quote Stalin correctly.
Yeah, but if I want to quote Stalin, then I'm gonna quote the scene where he, had a stroke and pissed himself, and his guards were like, "No, we're not gonna save him because we're gonna get killed afterwards because we saw him pissing himself." And that's how Stalin died.
He wasn't a very nice guy.
There's too many fucking Chinese people, but I guess they all add up. GSG manager, please. CMA, PL, Serbie into the Maginot Line.
That
Such a
was
tragedy.
interesting too.
But to be fair, speaking of the Chinese Civil War, still the most war-gameable period of history I want to wargame. Just so much fucking insanity going on over there in that period of time.
Also, Chinese people were the most numerous that died in World War II.
Mostly fighting each other.
Fighting each other, getting murdered by the, by the Japanese in that, in that one match that went 650,000 to 1. Also called, known as Nanking.
Fun fact, both the Germans and the Soviets provided...
Oh, there's a goal! It's Rapid Fetus! 1-all, a goal by Rabbit Fetus, also known as Speedy Toddler or Fast Embryo, and in rare cases as Quickie Baby.
This is another quite balanced game. I've seen.
So far, yeah.
Yeah,
Willie is gonna try and change everything.
that clan gets it. Yeah, today we only had like at least matches where both sides had offside offense.
Some chances and stuff.
And it wasn't one-sided stuff we had in other
No
cups.
slurping so far, so that will probably come next match in the last game of the night. But that makes us nice and calm, ready to go to sleep afterwards.
Maybe we get that tomorrow. Chuhan. Oh, nice save
Bounce
there.
off the mouse. This time he angled his armor properly.
And that side scraping.
He was too late to get the rebound there. But that could have been something. That was very dangerous to save.
Kicked away by the mouse. It always looks nice. Oh, Pavlos.
Pavlos, nah. Bit too desperate there.
I don't know. Is Pavlos from the Pavlos house or
Not sure actually.
some other Pavlos? How long was I think the fighting over the Pavlos house was only like 3 months, but it was like
Most of the Battle of Stalingrad.
yeah, but just absolutely insane.
Several months fighting over a single multi-story building.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, no.
Oh,
Some-
Pavlos is a
Yeah.
passionate.
Oh.
Pavlos is a passionate Greek nationalist and devoted follower of Golden Dawn. He came to be known on VG's Grand Threat board due to his nationalist ramblings on the Paradox forums. Since then, he has become an icon to GSG. So he's just a
Okay.
poster on the Paradox forums. So it has nothing to do with the Pavlos house, which is still fucking insane battle.
Street fighting in general can get pretty insane, especially when both sides have decent support.
You're like,
Speaking of decent support and decent teams,
This is
that
not
both
an
have
attack.
5. They both have 5 shots on goals. So this is going to be a hard battle for both teams because
yeah,
wow.
this is probably
Like there's
gonna
some
be
actual
Stalingrad
brilliance.
hard. So you have like Germans in the ground floor, Russians in the first floor, and Germans in the
Really?
second floor.
Billy can't beat the mouse. Which
No.
makes sense because the mouse is quite a bit newer than Willy.
Also, probably the mouse has 2 arms that are, the same length. And
At least the mouse didn't fuck up his national economy and his war plans all by itself.
the mouse probably also doesn't have mother issues.
Well, you wouldn't be too sure. I'm not sure which of the German mad tank scientists developed that one, but
All of them.
I don't think Porsche was personally involved too much in the mouse project.
God, he was busy being mad somewhere else.
That was Porsche.
Oh, Serbi, get
Serbi.
no, it's saved. Oh,
Siema
Siema Piel.
O ja pierdolę! ziemi!
Suka, bliat. Siema piel kurwa. Ano chiki briki if dumpke. And I just saw from Nomo, GSG is now like the fourth time in the knockouts and they didn't get a single win in the 3 times before.
Well, can they continue the streak?
Can they-
Well, looking at the stats, I don't want to say maybe World of Tanks they had more shots on target, but just
that-
G isn't looking that bad.
We might see some kind of shift in some kind of momentum or something.
Yep. There's the second half hasn't even begun yet, so
Oh, in fact, I think it's about to begin as Tango presses a single button.
yeah.
Yeah, like the GSG manager told me wait, so I'm basically like waiting what he's trying to tell me. What is it? Tell me while I go to the toilet.
Well, looks
think-
like we're not starting for a bit then.
Yeah. Is he drinking? Because it's like the third time he goes to the bathroom.
He's got a bunch of beer bottles next to him, so...
Ah,
And with Tenko, Tenko is pretty much permanently, at least somewhat, inebriated.
I've seen anyway the match being pretty balanced. Even though with the shots, with the difference in shots, the way the game has been played has been pretty even. I can't really say. I could say I would maybe give a win to World of Tanks for a slight bit, but
They've been a bit more lucky so far.
yes, I
That
think
luck
that's
might
it
continue.
really.
That luck might continue a bit, get them a bigger win, or it might just swing the other way.
They only have one goal, one advantage, so really everything could happen.
Well, not anything, but there's a lot of things that can still happen.
Yeah.
Okay, he wants. They are on preset 3. He wants to, instead of counter attack, change to possession game. Anything else that you this is not a timeout. You just can make changes at halftime for free. For free, like mods.
But you can't make subs for free, unlike some people think.
No, it's like it still counts towards your sub count.
I
So,
don't remember that
as
one.
a
Kinda
person
stuff
from TG, what kind of challenge rating do women have?
That depends on the amount of class levels they've got.
That's a pretty straightforward answer.
There's so much variety in there. About half the stuff in the monster manual is female, so...
Okay, they're good. It's amazing that the monster manual has hacks.
It also has driders, which are generally female. And the favorite of a certain subgroup of 4chan goers. A surprising number of them go to A, actually.
That is because, my magical forest.
Now,
There you
driders-
entered the
driders-
piss forest!
Are you not aware of what a drider is?
Yeah, the Drider is like a drow that becomes like a half drow, half spider thing.
Or some people would call it spider waifu.
Yeah. And we know how
Very
much,
Billy fucks up.
A likes their monster girls. So much that they banned them to JP. Those fucks.
Well, there's a pretty healthy monster girl appreciation on TG as well.
That is
Not as
because
much as there used to be, but there was a while where TG was basically just
wasn't
TG.
there the joke about TG goes along pretty well with D for some reason.
Well-
Kojak just falls over. He's just
There was a
dies
period
there.
a couple of years ago where TG was pretty much literally D, although except mostly safe for work and with some more D&D content.
Oh, Serbi just fucking killed that
I've seen
player.
Monster Girls basically everywhere.
Oh,
Oh!
another goal!
Goals for you!
Wilhelm
can do it!
Er blickt hinauf in Himmelsamt, da Heldenväter niederschauen und schwört sich stolz, sein Kampf ist los. Du Rhein bleibst deutsch wie meine Brust. Im Vaterland magst du ruhig sein, im Vaterland magst du ruhig sein. Es steht und treu die Wacht am Rhein. Es steht und treu die Wacht am Rhein.
Wow, what a good shot, and now it's tied again. How about this? If GSG wins this VG League, I'm gonna grow a Kaiser Wilhelm Bart beard.
That might work. Not sure if you've got kind of facial hair for it, but
It probably will, take some time, and my upper lip hair doesn't, grow, mostly as quick as required.
you could grease it up or something.
I can at least try.
That's
yeah,
the
and at
important
least
thing.
they had some pretty glorious facial hairstyles.
Yeah, it's from German beard style. It's one of the more acceptable ones. A few years later there became one popular that is now a little bit less socially acceptable. Juhan White.
The attacks the goals I've seen from GSG have both been like a long ball and then just a play in the midfield. And same as World of Tanks, less of a long ball. They have both been passes and then always through the midfield. I still have to see some play on the wings that converts into a goal by any of these two teams. So maybe that could be something that could be looked into by maybe they have a preset for that. But still, it's looking pretty good for both of those teams, so I wouldn't really change much.
Oh,
I
we're
wouldn't risk
going
fucking up
near
every
sub
single one,
time.
though.
What?
Skill rounds, and there is sub time for World of Tanks.
So, time for subs, and then it'll probably be an exciting pass that will probably end up in nothing.
Oh, still the back line for World of Tanks is pretty amazing.
Yeah,
Prioritize since they're not winning, they're also not losing, so I don't know what good because they have different prioritize depending if they're winning, losing, winning by 3, winning by 4. Winning by 4 is put mouse as AMF and sub in next best keeper in goal, feed us out. Amazing. But no, that way he has always take off the most tired players first.
So the Stuk life is gonna leave. Oh no, it's skill rounds. Skill rounds is, I think, the most tired.
Yeah,
Skill
but
rounds is
we
Stuk
have
life.
further. So we take out Stuk Life for Tomato, which is still the same. Then we have skill round for 9/11 did not happen, or should be to it
You
implying
should
match
go for
rigging.
implying match rigging. I think the cup deserves that.
And let's see, the rest is pretty fine, so I wouldn't
Rest is
sub
pretty
them.
Fine, yeah. Jungles is a metal, I think.
Yeah, he's a metal. Those 4 are metals.
Guys, I wouldn't sub out a red condition player just yet, at least.
Yeah, we can maybe go if it goes to extra time.
Yeah, we're still at 65, and I don't seem to guess.
Nothing from, or is there something from the GSG manager? No, they
Not
don't
much
want to
about
sub
the
yet.
background,
No,
but-
they don't. They haven't told me anything about subs, so
They don't have too many World War One games, and prior to that, you don't really have subs.
well, they are still Hearts of Iron.
Yeah, that has quite a few subs if you want them.
I think Hearts of Iron 4 still isn't out.
I don't think so.
Something,
No.
something on
Uh,
the wings.
I only saw
Go Ducks!
the part where they mentioned in a presentation. I think at E3 they mentioned fortune.
Oh,
Oh,
Billy, please.
good shot there still. Because they have a new mechanic where when you use a unit more and more, you get experience in it, and you can like normal war production where this doesn't work, so they have small improvements to that panzer and so on. So you have
Yeah,
to.
like small fixes.
So do you use your tanks that you are more experienced in, that are after production experience are quicker to produce, or do you go to the next model? And they
Yeah,
called
or do you go to the
that.
next model too quickly, like your Panther?
And Fortune called that Führermana. And they mentioned it basically saying, oh, we have here something which Fortune calls Führermana.
Meanwhile, Quickie Baby is marching up. The matchmaking actually has his ball contact, and he does pretty
CMA
decently.
Piel. And no,
Unlike
nothing.
Poland's.
Get shoot right into the legs of a defender.
I'm not sure if this will go to extra time or if somebody could like sudden death style get another goal in.
Well, the GSD is building up nicely here again, until
Well,
Johan fucks it up.
yeah,
And Metrigan
in
gets
case
it.
another goal happens, I have to give it to GSG. In
I
case,
think it might go the other way as well. They've still had some decent attacks.
yeah, it could
But
go, but
GSD has the more consistent build up and more consistent
yes,
possession at this point.
I'm pretty sure EA just wants to me to grow that Kaiser Wilhelm Bard and invade Italy and return it to former glory.
no,
Now, the last person who tried to return Italy to former glory was Mussolini, and that didn't really work out well for him.
Well, that's because he wasn't German. Therefore, he was inferior by default. Uh, Italian military wasn't that good in World War II.
Mussolini, he might have worked out better for him if he hadn't tried to build a military that was literally twice as big as his country could actually support.
Yeah.
That was the biggest problem the Italian military had. That plus lack of advanced development of hardware later in the war.
but really, I don't want you to give a bit. I'm just keeping count of all the attacks and the
Oh, Willy!
way they're
Willy!
Really? Oh, saved. Yeah, like
Bounced off the mouse again.
Italy basically needing help against the Greeks. The Greeks who didn't have heavy armor.
Yeah, but in Greece you don't really need heavy armor as long as you can fight well in the rough areas.
Yeah,
Well,
really. There
you
were
can
a-
still, build, heavier armor that can, fight in those conditions, like lighter tanks.
Now, to be fair, the Italians never really got past riveted tank construction, which is kind of
which is
shame.
bad. Riveted tank construction causes. It's still better than using screws. Like screws. No, wait. They did use screws at parts. They didn't even use
Really?
rivets. Yeah. Like rivets have a chance that when a shell impacts. Oh,
Oh!
Chuhan saved spaghetti. Cleared, and now we are going to extra time probably. Rivets have a chance to break off in ricochet inside the tank when a shell hits and doesn't penetrate. Screws are like guaranteed. They also have a chance that all of them break off and the tank just falls apart.
Meanwhile, we have
jeez.
his final attack, Serbi!
Ah,
Right
Serbi!
to the feet of a defender who
How
basically
terrible!
immediately is grounded control.
How
That was horrible.
terrible! And we're going to extra time. I don't really mind it for this matchup
For a
because
game
it's
like this, it's okay.
so we should do. No, there still weren't any subs mentioned for GSG, so I don't know if the GSG
Their
manager
loss.
is just that, but I think we do the last sub for.
wotg.
I think the deadest is that clan.
Yep. Instead, we're gonna have the player that might win them the war.
Oh yeah, he wants to see the stamina. Okay, looking here,
Rip.
Gutter
Jeez.
is Gutter Crown is pretty fucked. Pavlos is dead. Oh, and the problem is he's using preset 3, so I'm gonna show him that one. We have no subs for him, so okay.
Oh well.
They don't have any subs for any of the CMFs, so going back to the thing where he can see them. Can I see the yeah, I'm getting back to bench. In positions. Is that what you want?
Even if you sub in a blue at this point, as long as it works.
Yeah, the thing is, he doesn't have any other CMFs on the bench. Wow, we are so fucked.
He's using all of them. That's happened before, I think, this league. I think we saw the same thing last week.
Chuhan is a medal. Uh, just go for something. Like at an extreme case, you could do something like say, what else do you have? You have an AMF. You could say I want Pavlos further up and put in an AMF. Like that is the thing. You have DMFs and AMFs.
Still has wingers as well. He might swap out his wingers. They're getting pretty tired as well.
Oh yeah, he has wing forwards. Okay. He wants go to back to preset 3. That is your preset 3. I'm gonna
Even more center midfielders. Oh no, wait, only three
Three
CMFs,
CMFs.
an AMF, and a DMF there. But no wingers.
swap Pavlos and Mosley. Okay. And I guess what he wants to do is like doing what's over here with Chuhan. Put in a DMF for Pavlos. Okay. So I'm gonna put in a DMF for Pavlos and making a DMF on that preset. So this one.
The never-ending tournament. Ah, that bug.
Wait. He wants Partidio Socialista. So he wants the AMF in. Okay. And you want him to be an AMF, right? So it would go. Yes. So for that we would need to put him up here, make him an attacking midfielder.
That would work.
Anything else? Like my borders is still okay. Let's go to the other one because that still shows like parts of this one pretty good. My borders plays as up there in the middle. Put in realism instead of gutter. Realism is not a meaningful argument, okay?
Oh,
Wait, never
one
mind.
of those discussion points.
God damn it! God damn it, saw you. Your system might be based, but what position is map painting simulator? A right back.
Now he wants to go to center backs instead of right backs, so that's why.
Yeah, the problem is he doesn't have like right backs in that formation. Put in realism, okay. Yeah.
That's what he wants, I'd say. Yeah.
You have one more sub.
Or you could just get going and save some more time, but
Fuck
I'm
this lel.
assuming GSG want to maximize their chances of actually winning this match.
Okay, that's good. You're fine with this. One more time looking over if this all is still. Yeah, this is fine.
Everyone seems to be in position after subs there, so.
Don't be sorry, tell me what to do. Fucking hell. Cancel the gutter sub. That cancelled. Okay. Is that it? We'll just do it next halfish. Okay. Just
Really?
get it done. Just. He's just so used to, doing some turn-based games. Dead Clan out for Wonder War. Pablo's out for Partido Socialistia. And now we're in sudden death time.
Is he also changing his preset to match the one that he subbed out players for? Or?
Yeah, I did it on preset 3, that's the one he had. I made that an AMF.
So, do
So
you
then
think
he's now
it will
got
go?
one out of position wing back as one of his center defenders.
Yeah, like
Well,
both teams don't have that many dead tired players, so the
yeah, it's
plays
pretty decent
should still be pretty fast. Like they shouldn't play that badly, but pass. Oh, good interception there by World of Tanks.
Yeah. That was a bit of
CM
mediocre
appeal.
play there.
Like a quick running from that World
Poland
of Tanks
losing to
player.
Germany again.
Do you
It
think
keeps
it will go
happening.
to penalties again?
I'm thinking 90 plus or either 90 plus goal or I mean like 120 plus goal or 120 plus equalizer.
Like
Mm.
you have to realize we just went 10 in-game minutes without a single shot. And
Yes, that's true. I don't know. I think it will go to penalties again because I've seen them pretty even. So, and I don't.
Coach go to Wilhelm doesn't
Of course,
get it.
Wilhelm fucks it up again.
Wilhelm, please.
He's a nice guy, but he's not really that good at all the strategic plannery and stuff.
Well, one of the
Rapid
best
Fetus,
players,
Serbi.
on the field.
And that's the end of the half again already.
Like you can't have your nation's leader, going for military strategy like in depth. It's just too much work.
It
doesn't-
can sort of work in broad lines, but not to the level of detail that most of those leaders who failed at it tried to. Stalin did an okay job with it.
Yeah,
But he
but
knew when to
Stalin
listen to his
also,
generals.
he listened to his generals because they're his generals. They don't know. Okay, let's up out for realism. Now we're doing it. Okay. Anything else? You have one more sub. You can sub out a CB. Nah, lol. Okay, he doesn't want another sub. Like the problem is the whole Russian campaign for Germany was from the beginning the logistics no, we can't pull it off. Doesn't work. Which is one of the biggest signs of no, logistic people don't say it doesn't work.
And Germans
When
had some of the better logistics people around at that time.
yeah, if they say it doesn't work, like logistics people are generally used to pulling off miracles. If they say they can do it, then they say they can pull off miracles for that.
Speaking of miracles, none are really happening at this point yet, but GSD are building up decently until they fucked up just as I was saying that, because of course they would.
Another 5 minutes pass without much going. Like extra time
you
is
can't say anything because pass.
extra time
there's
is
no-
always quite slow.
Uh,
Oh, Serbi! Machino line.
Say
Serbi did not think to go around the Maginot line.
Well, he's Russian. How terrible. I probably tried to get like not a German pro, Boris in for the last match because LOLG won.
CMPL.
CMRPL, can he pass it to someone else? Pass! No!
he passed
He
to the
just
keeper.
tries shooting straight at the Maginot line as well. Must be a cultural thing there. And we get another GSG attack. After some backpassing.
The Maginot line holds up here, much better than it, did in, actual facts. Mabodos
pretty
stops
pretty
there,
well, probably
no
because it
injury
was
time,
the
this
other
is the last attack. If this does,
Ooh,
code check,
Kojak.
fucked up.
Oh.
This was
We go
nice.
to penalties.
Penalties! One more time.
Penalties! Penalties! Why is Obongo on GSG?
Not sure who he represents. Or it might be one of his ancestors. GSG is nice and historically diverse.
Pretty similar on shots.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
say
This
this
is
reflects the evenness in the gameplay.
Very even. Okay. World of Tanks left me something down for penalties, so I'm gonna do that while the GSG manager tells me what he wants. Order Serbi is first, then CMRPL, Meaty Jongles, Rapid Fetus, and then we have Mouse. Best condition CMF, we only have one CMF. Then best condition DMF. And that's it. He tells me, can we sub in someone in now? No.
Nope. You should have been a bit earlier. Like the Dutch team during the
Okay.
championships, subbing in a separate keeper for the penalty kicks.
I don't think like keepers are still that tired that it like matters stat wise.
No.
Realism on the last kick. Okay. Just swap margin on realism. That's it? That's the only thing you want?
Apparently he does not.
Mosley right after Chuhan. Okay. There. Still my borders as 5th. Also, we didn't have a single penalty shootout going off, beyond the 5 shots.
Yeah, that might happen here. Both sides here are pretty good at shooting in general.
He's done. He's alright. Time to pray.
Let's see if Mouse can continue his effective armor angling and deflect some of those shots. But first, it's time for the Maginot line. Another line very specifically designed to be shot at. Let's see if they can shoot around it.
Yeah, but the Machino line didn't hold up that well in, actual fact. But let's see, Serbi starting, and he gets it in. I don't want to know that GSG manager Wilhelm II. Oh, gets it, and mouse changed to the low-res model. It just changed there.
He tried to
Machino
improve
line.
his size, but it didn't work out in time.
CMRPL, good shot there, hard to catch, and the keeper no
He was on
chance.
the right side, but he wasn't fast enough.
Kojak with mouse does it again. Oh,
But
Oh,
Kojak
missed!
fucks up horribly.
Kojak fucks up. Oh boy, that was
Did I
meaty
pay for that?
chonga. Oh, I fought that with kapow. Chuhan gets it in. Important. Mouse doing a barrel roll. And Machino line against Rapid Fetus. Another
Not just
good
talk.
kick.
Now things are gonna get shaky.
They have to get this one in, or it's already over.
And even if they get this one, they still have to hope World of Tanks fucks up somehow.
Or that Mouse saves them.
Yep.
Mouse not.
Yeah, they can still that
That's no lie.
World of Tanks just going to full 5. Oh no! He fucks it up!
So,
Oh, the tomatoes won. I don't have to grow up Wilhelm yet.
there are worse fates, Stanko. And I think this means that Grandstars in general continue their trend of making it to the knockouts and then going out in the first round of knockouts.
At least they're not Domchi, at least they're not my boys. Let's look. There were the stats. Skill rounds, surprisingly man of the match.
Skill rounds getting the gold, of course.
Oh, look at, 4.5 for two of the defenders on GSG. Not good. Not good.
Yeah, things weren't exactly down to them in the goals not happening.
And
Match rating actually did pretty well in this limited time on the pitch.
well, implying limited. It's still the full extra time. Chuhan in from a no, it's a goals.
Goals.
Chuhan scores from a borders. Rapid feeders from Zerbi. Ziema PL on his own. Wilhelm II from Pavlos. And that
That's
was
a-
it for goals. So then we have Stuk Life. Skill rounds out. Skill rounds man of the match.
That's and he only played for 70 minutes.
Despite
And
that,
those are some skill rounds.
I want to see what he did. Like, I'm curious what he did so that he got that. And that's
Yeah.
all the subs rating. Man of the match. He played. He made 22 out of 23 passes. Had 2 shots, 1 on target. And average speed was 13 kilometers per hour. Wow!
He stayed pretty mobile there. Must have a stabilizer.
Distance tripled 31 meter. What? He only went 31 meter, but okay.
That's just dribbling instead of.
Yeah. Okay. Let's cut in that anthem, victory anthem.
E, and then
Rotate, cap.
till I can.
Now fast. We've got to stop die. Stop.
And then
Rotate, cap.
till I can.
Now fast. We've got to stop die. We've got to stop die. We've got to stop die. We've got to stop die.